Happy Monday, folks. Here we are. So I'm kind of excited because I've got a little handyman assignment. I've got my little tool bag here all prepped up and ready to go. I got it filled with all the things I think I might need. Adhesives, screws, wrenches, screwdrivers, things like that. And I have my battery powered drill for convenience, but it's a piece of crap. And the charge lasts about 30 minutes. So I also have the electric powered drill. This is great. And here's something we don't normally talk about on the Duncan Sphere is, if you look, I'm not wearing makeup. I don't usually take, like when I get up to go out and about, I'll put my makeup on. I don't know, it's just something I've done forever. It's how I feel normal, you know, which is kind of a paradox. But when I'm going to Sacred Heart, let's say, or for instance going to help this person who is actually from Sacred Heart with the handyman stuff, I don't put it on. And it's not that I'm ashamed, I'm not taking out my lip ring. So it's kind of one of those things where I don't, in preparation to go there, I would not put on makeup. But if I was already wearing it, I wouldn't take it off. Does that make any sense? Yeah, so I think I've found that wonderful middle ground between expressing myself and, you know, it's easier just to not. Although I have had people disappointed. They're like, oh, you're not made up. You know, you came over. I thought you were going to, like, you know, be weird for my kids or whatever. So, that's that. I'm going to go do that, and then later today, after I'm done with this, I'm going to tell you guys the story about the blue ball. The blue ball. Alright. Hello. Alright, so nice little day. I built a desk. I got 3 more things to build for Pam. Pretty nice day. I love doing that stuff. Looking forward to it. I had a very ambitious dinner planned, which I guess I'll do tomorrow, and I could show you guys, but vegetarians tune out for that one because it's going to be a stuffed chicken breast recipe. Roulade, I guess? I don't know. We got the stuff at Safeway one time, and I'm trying to imitate it. But let me tell you the story of the blue ball. So it was like first grade, sitting at the desk. You know, we had those little one-piece desks back then, and I found this little ball. About the size of a marble, but it was made of plastic and kind of light. So, and it was bright blue, sky blue. So I'm playing with it, I'm bouncing it from hand to hand on my desk. And this girl to my left, this cute little blonde girl, she thought it was neat. And she's like, oh, can I see it? I'm like, yeah, sure. And she's playing with it and bouncing it back and forth. And class bell rings or whatever, and I get it back, and I'm like, okay, cool. So that becomes a thing that we do. We like throw the blue ball back and forth. Then one day I ask her for it back, and she says no, and she shoves it in her pocket, and class lets out and she goes home. I'm livid. I'm like, what is this girl doing? So over the next few days she would bounce it from hand to hand on her desk, you know, kind of like boom, 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 but let it bounce in the middle on the desk. And she's doing this, and I'm all, give it back, give it back. She's like, no, it's mine now. So then at some point she dropped it, and then I ran after it and got it, and haha, I'm bouncing it back and forth on the desk. So this continued throughout the school year, and at the end of the year it ended up with her having the blue ball. So I went over summer break, and I'm like, oh, I hope that girl's back and brings the blue ball. I don't know why this thing was so important. Anyway, come back for school, she's there, she's sitting next to me, she bounces it back and forth a couple of times. I end up snatching it. I'm bouncing it back and forth, she tries to snatch it. I managed to hold her off a couple of times. But finally I just knew this couldn't go on any longer, so I took it, and I'm like, look at this. And I swallowed it. So I'm like, no, I'll have the blue ball forever. And I don't know what that was about, but that's a strange little story that I always think of. I'm also remembering a lot more strange stories. Maybe tomorrow, or probably the next day, because I've got an elaborate dinner, I'll tell you the story of the baby arm at daycare. Alright, see you tomorrow.